Hey, it's Marche, your impatient oracle, and somebody likes Megan Thee Stallion. Somebody's excited for that Tina Snow like I'm back new album deal. But how's your day? Okay, do you want to tell me about it? Okay, you just want to get into the message. Okay, okay, hold on, let me take a sip. Okay, what's going on with them today? You said this is present energy, alright? Okay. You might feel like you're not praying enough. Well, just make sure you're talking to your people. Yeah, you got a new season. It's still very much present energy, so you're walking into this new season. Your prayers are fine. Stop second guessing yourself so much. You got a surprise in this new season? Okay, I love to see this. I don't want to take too many. Somebody smokes cigarettes and it's at the bottom. So you might got a surprise coming. Okay. A surprise after a breakup. Let's move that out the way. Okay, I guess I'm starting with that one. Who's smoking cigarettes and why? I don't like that shit. Marble, Marlboro. If that's how you. Wow, did y'all see how that fell out? I'm not gonna lie, that be for y'all and that be for me because child, I am everything but patient. Well, that flew in all directions. So you might be a high priestess. Oh, you found your powerhouse. Who confessing? Okay. Transformation. My eyes fell on love and support. No, we're going out the frame. Okay, I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna put that extra one over there. One more. They said moving too fast. Okay. Who about to crash out? And then my eyes fell on silent and lethal. Oh, somebody about to crash out. Why? You might be a crash out. I was thinking about Itadori, that's why. Because Itadori's a crash out. Because of his, like, he's like a very, like, serious sense of justice. You might have that too. Okay, you're sweet, sassy, and sophisticated. If it's a surprise, I'm not going to clarify it. There's a breakup. Be patient. Somebody about to crash out because you broke up with them. I heard they didn't expect you to leave. So you might be, I don't know if I said this already, but you might be a powerhouse or lighthouse if you found me. Or you're a toad. I don't know if I'm claiming the slugs right now. I don't know what they got going on. But you found your powerhouse because you took a lot of time to yourself to really master yourself and to discover yourself and to explore who you are as a person. You might be a whole high priestess out here. And like I'm not gonna lie, I've googled it because it's like, what does that even really mean? And like according to like the not Google 345 on the clock, not necessarily Google, but I get on DuckDuckGo. It's like a goddess incarnate. I don't know how I don't. If you believe that's what you are, knock yourself out. I don't care. But you might be a whole high priestess. Butterfly. So you did go through one hell of a transformation. Okay, I want one more. Yeah. Okay, it says I had to learn to take myself. That makes sense. Oh, and you have a soulful presence. Her benevolent dictator. Uh, so you have a lot of positive energy. You're a ray of sunshine. You're either a powerhouse or a lighthouse, a toad or a slug. Let's clarify further. Will y'all tell me more? Okay. What's going on? Oh, you got an Ace of Pentacles coming. Oh shit, you got a real life 10 of Pentacles coming. Alright. What am I looking for? Chicken tenders. I'm looking for chicken tenders. That makes sense. Ah. Would I have gathered that from this card though? Pause to read. No. No. Because this isn't indicative of looking back on everything you've done so far. Bro just looks like he's drawing pictures as a goblin. It's like I'm getting Christmas references. The Grinch. I keep hearing like Twibby Shop. I don't know if I'm even saying that correctly. You got a new beginning coming. But yeah, you came, you saw, you conquered. You're looking back at everything you've accomplished and what you've done so far on this journey. It's coming out of a place of comfort. What did you cut off? Actually, let's go forward. Let's go forward before we look at the bigger picture. Actually, one more. I'm funny because I turned right to it. Pause to read. Okay. Yeah, you got a new beginning. Like I thought. But yeah, I do that to not. I do that for your own clarity as well versus me just telling you what everything means and you just blindly following it. It's a way to build credibility to show you I'm not pulling shit out my ass is my point. All because you've mastered yourself. You got 9 of Pentacles because you learned how to save yourself. This was a long, like I know I've been saying it, but this has been a long, long, long journey. What else? Okay. Okay. You cut off a bunch of shit not in alignment with you. That's why I'm looking at that 8 of Cups. You see it? And it was what other people wanted you to have versus what you really wanted. So you turned it to the 10 of Swords and you say, you know what? Nah. I'm about to cut that shit off. And it's not I'm not gonna say as soon as you cut that shit off because I had a bit of an epiphany today. Like, what am I? Yeah, you were directionless. Okay. You didn't want to leave comfort, but you took that plunge. You cut off that thinking. I wonder what that I must confess is. Anyway, where was I going? You cut that shit off and then you looked at the long journey and now you got a new beginning. You're not speaking up. What is that page? What is somebody's I keep saying making their list. They're checking it twice. They're gonna find out if you're naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. What is I don't understand what's so significant about Christmas right now. Oh, pause to read. Fuck it, I don't care. Mind yourself and listen attentively to others. Yeah, within reason. Not when you're directionless. So fuck that shit. Oh no, you stop listening to others. That's why that shit's in reverse. Okay, that makes more sense to me now. Cause I'm like, what the fuck? You might have had a silent but lethal crash out. Yep, you made a change. Okay, we're making sense. Like I heard we're finally cooking. Why am I? Well, it's like this because I don't have a tripod yet. All right. Came after Judgment. They're not playing about this new beginning. Okay. That makes sense. Can you see the 6 of Swords trying to peek? This makes sense. Why is this 6 of Wands in reverse? Cause it's telling me like you got two new beginnings. That's interesting. After loss, after loss, after loss, and then judgment's right here, and the transformation itself. That's why we saw transformation. They're further clarifying what I pulled out of my deck. Interesting. See, look. Here it is. Pause to read. Changes upon you. Yeah. Huh. Okay, now why is the Six of Wands in the reverse? Oh, the Magician's on its side. Yeah. Why is the Magician on its side? My bad about being so silent. Tower. What the fuck is it? And you notice how everything's like about the building and stacking on top of each other? I think it might be about whatever this crash out is. Because you took a L and it caused you to go within and really transform yourself and to really discover yourself and really discover who you are as a person. But the Magician's on its side and then the Tower's on top of it. So a new beginning caused the Tower. Somebody's under judgment because of it too. See, accepted the changes. Oh, you can't see it. Funny enough. Get in the frame. It's fine. The Magician's on the side because... Okay, why did the Tower come out? Why is the Tower out here? Funny, because both eights are in reverse. Eight of Pentacles. Why? Because you're relying on the denotation versus what your intuition is saying in this present moment. So you're treading along so extremely carefully. You're not leaving any room for error when the magic is in the interpretation in between. That's what's happening in this moment. Yep. Ironically, pause to read. Reversed. It's perfectionism. Funny enough. I get it. I have a perfectionist wound too. Hey, but you found your happiness. You found your happiness. Who's under judgment? Why is judgment out here? One more. Who's carrying the burdens? Oh, you closed out the cycle. You found happiness, but a victory is hollow. Oh no, it's just full on in fucking reverse. Well, damn. So 88 is significant, 99 is significant. Where are we going? No. Okay. I really hear you, big dummy. Who? You went to war for something. Because I hear 99 by like Elliot something. What is trying to come out? The Hierophant? There's the damn Godfather. What's going on here? Do I even want to pull that out? You powerful anyway. If he gonna come out, he gonna come out. Y'all know that's my policy. Wow, I was about to put it back in wrong. You just closed the book. You just closed the chapter. That's why the world card is out here. You close the chapter on carrying everybody's problems. Their physical burdens, their financial burdens. That's why that Eight of Pentacles is in reverse. That's why the Eight of Cups is in reverse. That's why, like, everything is out here. Everybody's issues and problems. 8998 is significant. This is their mental burdens. This is their financial. This is their emotional burdens. This is their physical burdens. You said, and then you placed I don't know how much under judgment. That's why you said, fuck that. I'm not dealing with this. You the judge, jury, and you're the executioner. You found your happiness. Now you got a new beginning and your Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles coming. That's why you're looking at this long journey. I must confess. What is this? I must confess. It's a surprise. Yeah, you stood your ground. Y'all notice how nobody's really out here? There's no like King of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Like, you notice how there are no suits out here? I heard go further. Okay. Okay. So you stood your ground against people who had nothing to offer. That's why you cut that shit off. That's why you have a new beginning coming. Let's clarify this Knight of Wands. Source. Yeah, that makes sense. They wanted you to believe that you could be nothing without them. So they wanted to put you in a self-imposed mental prison. That's why the Eight of Swords is at the bottom. But this was a lot of unspoken shit, unspoken trash, unspoken rules, unspoken. You had to shrink yourself for so long. Why am I so composed right now? Somebody's on antidepressants. Somebody just got on some SSRIs. It might be Wellbutrin. It might be Zofran's an anti-nausea. So you might have like nausea with like your antidepressants, but somebody's medicated because somebody's composed and their train of thought is very clear. That's why this Eight of Swords is right here. You got creative to get out of whatever mess you got out of. Why is this Knight of Wands out here? Didn't come out. I heard self-policing. Like, you stopped moving so hastily. You started to slow down and really assess the situation before proceeding forward with caution. That's why this is out here. But not just caution. Like, when you step, not only are you careful, it's precise. Yeah. You're the Queen of Wands. And you're upright because you're strong. Now, why is this Knight of Wands? You're passionate. That's why. You're passionate and you're swift, but you're slow, you're meticulous, and you're cautious. This might be post-crash out. You might have had a crash out of epic proportion. And it's not to say that it was big and explosive. It could have been silent and lethal because it's often a cut if you could really see it. You went to war. Not only did you you went to war with yourself. You're rebuilding your self-esteem. So you have something tangible to offer. Who you offering something to? It's premature though. Like, you're in like the building steps. Like, you're building towards something. There's a silence here. There's a sullenness. There's a stillness here. There's a sense of reverence here too. It's probably why I lay eyes on the Hierophant. Say more. You spend a lot of your time in silence. Cause like, I noticed like, yeah, because they said everything was loud around you growing up. You grew up in a house that was chaos. Like, your parents would be screaming, your siblings would be screaming. Everything was loud all the fucking time. So when you go home, you have the expectation of silence. You prefer silence. You prefer solitude. I'm surprised we haven't laid eyes on the Hermit card. But we haven't because you were isolated in your own mental prison for a really long period of time. Cause like, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like this shit is borderline on like an ASMR video, but like, because of like the shuffling through, it damn sure don't count. And like, I'm whispering and not tapping. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like that shit. That shit irritating as fuck to me. But, well, then again, I don't understand the whisper ASMR because at least with like the cutting of like certain things, like cutting of sand, at least it hits your ears, right? But the whispering, I just don't get. You don't understand somebody. That's why I brought that up. You're this Queen of Wands. It's fiery and passionate, but it's like a burner. It's like a very contained flame. There's someone chaotic around. Like I said, there's someone chaotic around you that might remind you of your childhood, and it's the chaos of this. It's your trauma. It's they remind you of your trauma, and you don't like that shit. Did you cut? Well, the Ten of Swords is up top, so you cut that shit off. Why is the World card in reverse? False start. You thought you had a new beginning with this fiery person. There was a victory, but it was hollow. Like they said, they had nothing to show for it. There was a lack of creativity. There was a lack of impulse. Instead of like impulsivity, like spontaneous behavior, like spontaneity, I think that's how you say it. There was a lack of curiosity too. Who is this Ace of Wands about? That might have been you. You might have been depressed for a really long time. You might have thought you had everything figured out when you didn't. You might have thought the bullshit or the chaos was everything you wanted when it wasn't. You want calmness and stillness. I'm looking at the back of my cards. Do you see that tree? Tentacles. There's a table. You're very selective at who sits at your table now. You're very selective in who you decide to be around you because your world was turned upside down for long enough, and the motherfuckers you had around you were stagnant. They weren't curious. They had no desire in life to be more. They had no desire to grow. And you found your strength. Like you had to realize that you had more to offer than you thought. Instead of just being the Knight of Pentacles, it's in there in reverse. So you proceed with caution now. Your resources are on their side because you're repairing, you're rebuilding after taking one hell of a loss. That's probably why you died inside. See, it's trying to turn upright. Didn't I? We started out saying you got a Ten of Pentacles coming. They told you beforehand. You might just be figuring out that you're psychic. This is you. You have a whole Ten of Pentacles coming. You are the Ten of Pentacles. You're the whole buffet. I heard, and I want to eat you. I mean, if you want to, I'm not gonna stop you. Yeah, you see how like the bull thing. You might be a Taurus. Funny enough, because it's the Suit of Pentacles, so Earth sign. So this is more than likely a bull. Putting like all the pieces where they go, like placing all the boulders or the dragon eggs, whatever you decide that they are. You're putting everything into place to proceed forward. You might be giving someone a confession. You might be giving someone a surprise. Yep. It took you a long time to contemplate. You see how you turned your back on... My bad, I'm listening for outside too. That's why I'll be having some pauses. There's a heart. Someone turned their back on your heart. But you've chosen something. Everything is ahead of you. You have everything ahead of you, everything to gain. But you're proceeding forward with correct and proper preparation. That's why it's on top of the Ten of Pentacles. I heard this was a long time coming. I really want to work this out. Really? I hear Confession by Usher. I don't even like Usher. You're leaving a relationship. Well, damn. You see him. Still on his side. You're rebuilding slowly. You had to reignite your fire. You had to reignite your passion. You had to find a reason to live. It might be that Queen of Wands. She might have lit your ass up. Or you might be that Queen of Wands and he might be the Queen of Wands and he might have lit your ass up. Either way, they say you got your spark back. after having nothing left to give for so long. You're balanced within yourself. Like, I know he on his side, but you're finding that balance in yourself about what makes you you. You've got your money right. Like, it's right there. The Nine of Pentacles is out. Not only is the Nine of Pentacles out here, the Ten of Pentacles is out here, the Ace of Pentacles, all three of those are upright. That's 11 Pentacles. You've mastered yourself. Okay. Like I said, fuck it. Self-mastery seems to be the title of the message today. Long journey. Tell me about this long journey. You know what? It's interesting to me that a lot of shit is coming out just on his side. So you might have been indecisive for a really long time, or you might have allowed people to make decisions for you or to persuade you into shit you didn't want or shit that didn't align with you. That's why this came out first. But you had to come into alignment with yourself to really proceed with caution. Funny enough, to proceed how you need to go. 883 is significant. When it's 83, I know it's you and me. Y'all see that? Now here we got Peach with her mustache. I can't tell, this is on the side too. A lot of inconclusive energy right here. You're trying to figure out how to proceed. Like, you're moving with caution. You're moving slowly but surely, but everything is uncertain, although there is a surprise. Like, it's just chilling. Why Peach out here with her mustache? She need to get her horsey something to eat. That has nothing to do with anything, but it's just like, come on now. You about to, I'm not gonna lie, I think you're about to give someone an offer. Something about the energy is so, it's calm, it's quiet, it's cool, calm, and collected. It's just suave. It's secure. You found your own, yeah. You found your own security, and you stop over giving. That's why the Six of Pentacles is here. But now you got equal give and take coming. I'm happy, yeah, because you're coming out of conflict of over giving. Okay, now I heard I can go back to being myself. Good. I'm happy you found you to even go back to being yourself. Do I even want to clarify further? With the other deck? No, I'll go back in with mine. Tie this up because I really don't want to. I heard I'm ready to move on. All right. Can we tie this up? This one's short. All right, that's all I'm going to take out of here then. The car just started. Yeah, because you got a new beginning. You got a new beginning with somebody with similar principles, goals, and values as you. Oh, the old people are calling. You like to smoke. Is that all I'm taking out of here? Because I feel like this doesn't tie up much. Like, I feel like there's a level of intermission here. Yeah, you found your sense of direction. That's why the Five of Pentacles is in diverse. Diversity? In reverse. Holy shit. Yeah, you weren't clear for a really long time. You weren't taking care of yourself either. You were spineless. You allowed people to keep taking from you. Can y'all like wrap this up for me? Like, can y'all wrap it up in like a neat little bow? It's funny enough, I just like flipped that out and it says, sword, make the change. You're ready to move on anyway. Yep. See, and mind you, it says morning. She's waking up in the morning to start her day. It's starting anew. Hey. But please stop smoking cigarettes. They're gross. Will you tie this up? The real secret is what? The real secret is you'll be calling someone, solar plexus. There's creativity here. Somebody wants you to be singing confessions when in reality you're moving on. Mind you, start. Everything's starting. Everything's new. 19 and 8 are significant. Lavender is significant. Chicken wings are significant. New friends are significant. Somebody has a cat. Somebody has an orange cat. It's rambunctious. His name might be Mittens. You might be going to get coffee soon with somebody. I see the lavender on the table. Somebody likes to do candle magic. Somebody freed themselves from the shackles of what? Stillness. Stagnancy. That's why you jumped out the window. That's why you're leaping forward. Because you have a sense of direction now, and this is where I'm gonna leave it. Cause for some reason I'm just quiet and whispering, but I'm lingering, and I'm trying to. Whenever I linger like this, I try to figure out what this lingering is. I guess I'll do one more. Cause like I feel myself lingering. I feel myself wanting this to be longer. I feel myself not wanting to go. Who got you lingering like this? Who got you lingering like this? Pills and potion were overdosing. Somebody perceives the person you want as an evil queen, when in reality everything she gives is sweetness. She gives everyone sweetness. You closed out whatever cycle of whatever storm you had going on. Funny enough, 2 is the high priestess in tarot. Somebody thinks your little basic witch or your little baddie or your little baby is evil, and she's not. 28 is significant. Somebody's 28. Somebody's going into their Saturn return. Somebody's 19. Someone's 24. 224 is significant. 878 is significant. Mirror numbers are significant. So like 2442. 198 is significant, or 1908. Someone might be an AKA. I just saw it. 13 is significant. Anything else, y'all? Number 3 is significant. But whoever this little baby is in your life that you apparently got a surprise for, about to confess to, ain't evil. You just had to see through the illusions of them not being evil. That's why you're taking the leap of faith. That's probably why you have a confession and a surprise coming for somebody. But yeah, okay, now this is where I'm gonna leave it.